Discovery by our forces, a tunnel that was used by Pak infiltrators has been found in Arnia. The tunnel was under construction in the midst of a forest, and interestingly, the BSF also recovered a number of items from the tunnel, from food items to weapons, all of which bore clear Pak markings.
Basically, it is one of the aim of the counterpart and then the militants to disturb the festive season of the India and then create maximum loss to the security forces as well as to the civilians also.
Sir, could you tell us something about the tunnel which was deducted, how long it was and what equipment, what items have been recovered from it, sir?
Tunnel length is roughly around 13 to 14 feet. And total depth of the tunnel is roughly around 3 feet and width is roughly around 2.5 feet.
So from the items recovered, like this large quantity of food items, do you think that the terrorists, they were planning for a long haul?
Yeah, certainly they were planning. They were planning to continuously to dig the tunnel, and on completion of the tunnel come out to in the Indian territory and carry out action against the security forces of the country.
Sir, what measures the BSF has taken to foil such attempts? We saw that the tunnel was deducted today, but what measures have been taken, sir?
This we know the entire border of the Jammu frontier and then the probable areas of tunneling and then the alertness of the troops and carrying out various anti-tunneling measures in the border areas, and that resulted into detection of the tunnel.
Sir, what is the likelihood of these Pakistan-backed terrorists for making another such attempt?
There may be a possibility and we are ready for that.
Sir, could you please tell us what is the possibility of infiltration, like how many attempts of infiltration are being made from across the international border?
In case if you see during the year they have made more than 100 attempts. And during last 2 months, they have made roughly around 90 attempts.
And all attempts were foiled by the BSF?
All attempts were foiled by the BSF.
And to give us more details on this, we are being joined by our Jammu Bureau Chief Tejinder Singh Sodhi on the phone line. Tejinder, 100 attempts that were being made by these terrorists to infiltrate. However, the BSF has foiled all their bids. If you could tell us more clearly what led the BSF to this tunnel and what all was discovered.
You know, as we have been saying that Pakistan side has been desperate to push in those trained terrorists into the Indian side. The security agencies put a rough estimate of about 500 terrorists are waiting across the line of control and the international border for an opportunity to sneak into the Indian side. And this clearly shows that how desperate Pakistan side is, because we have seen, because of the heightened vigil along the line of control and the international border, their nefarious designs to infiltrate into the Indian side have been foiled. So we can see that 90 such attempts were made from across the international border by these terrorists to infiltrate in the past 2 months, but the alert BSF Jawans, they have foiled it. And now with the detection of this tunnel, which was along the Mukesh Post in the Arnia sector along the international border, it clearly shows how desperate Pakistan is. This was around 12 to 14 feet tunnel, which was 3 feet in height and 2.5 feet in width. So it clearly shows how desperate they are. A large quantity of arms, ammunition and other stores like 2 magazines of AK-47, a hand grenade, 60 rounds of 7.62 ammunition was also recovered. And you know, like a large quantity of made in Pakistan items, including ready to cook, ready to eat food, and other such items were recovered, which clearly had the marking of Pakistan. So it once again nailed the lies of Pakistan, because all these items were being carried by these terrorists. What we have been told by the border security forces, that the movement of around 10 to 12 armed Pakistan nationals was observed along this side. So when the BSF personnel, they were on a routine patrol, they saw this suspicious movement, and when they went close to this side, they detected that tunnel. This is not for the first time, but the fourth such incident when terrorists and aided by the Pakistan Rangers. One thing which is important here is that nothing can be done on the international border without the knowledge of the Pakistan Rangers. See, if as a journalist we have to go near the international border, we have to seek the permission of the border security force, and same is the case in Pakistan. If any civilian movement comes across near the international border, they have to seek the permission of Pakistan Rangers. So it is next to impossible that these terrorists, they could dig such tunnel without the knowledge of Pakistan Rangers. So Pakistan Rangers were in active connivance with these terrorists. They had the support of Pakistan from the equipment, from the machinery and other items that have been recovered. It clearly shows that the Pakistan Rangers were providing complete support to these terrorists who were trying to sneak into the Indian side. Yes.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Tejinder, for joining us this morning and sharing all these details with us.